As ranking member on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, where do you think the Pakistan-U.S. relationship is going, as it's very tense these days?
Well, the relationship has to be a strong one. We have to stay together. Now, I appreciate all the diversions and cross currents, problems in our politics as well as the complexities in Pakistan. They're enormous. I think we have some understanding of this. But Pakistan is a large country. It's an important country. It has a great future ahead of it. This is why we went into the Kerry Lugar business, $1.5 billion a year for 5 years. Now, it's hard to get the money spent, hard to determine the priorities, hard to determine the audits, but it's still there, and that's my commitment.
They're very unhappy with U.S. these days. They allege that the NATO strike was intentional and that they'll retaliate next time. What is the sense in D.C.? What are you guys being told about that?
Well, within Pakistan, there are many views about the strike on Osama bin Laden, quite apart from other strikes that have occurred subsequently.
The NATO strike.
Yes. And clearly the United States has apologized for a strike that killed people that should not have been killed. But very clearly there is a responsibility of Pakistan not to aid and abet terrorists who come through killing American troops or Afghans or so forth. In other words, if we could go into quite a time of criticism of each other and our policy failures, what we really have to try to find out fundamentally is what will advance the Pakistani people as a whole in terms of education, commerce, the ability to make a living, to feed themselves, and how can Pakistan as a great power work with the United States in the midst of all, I wouldn't say distractions, they're tragedies, but these events that do occur because of diverse leadership in Pakistan and perhaps in the United States.
Your fellow Republican Senator McCain has asked for a review of the policy with Pakistan, and he said something like substantial reduction in aid, stricter standards for performance. Do you agree? Is that the mood in D.C. these days?
Well, it's the mood of Senator McCain and maybe others who are very unhappy, who feel outraged, as a matter of fact, that somehow, after all we have offered in Afghanistan, that this is being obstructed or hurt by Pakistani efforts or lack of control of elements. I understand the sense of anguish, but I've told you I also understand the history of the need to have these two countries, Pakistan and the United States, moving toward each other as opposed to thinking of ways in which we restrict each other.
Do you see any reduction in aid coming?
It could be, but it's not something I would advocate, and by and large I would attempt to maintain the aid level. What we're really having trouble with is our disagreement as to how the aid money should be spent, what the objectives ought to be, so that even after the money is appropriated, frequently it is not spent.
What are the signals you're getting from Pakistan? Do you think they're ready to re-engage? I mean, they've recalled all their ambassadors, they're having a big review of relationship with the U.S. What is the sense that you're getting?
I don't want to criticize their methods of diplomacy, but I understand they're trying to make a point. Now, after we've all made a point, then we need to get back together and begin to visit again.
And how is D.C. viewing that point? I mean, is the point made?
Oh, I'm certain it is. I think we understand the sense of anguish and outrage, and I hope that they understand a part of our feelings. But having said that, why, at some point it's important to say, all right, we made these points, and now let's try another inning.
How critical is the supply situation in Afghanistan? The routes are still blocked.
Well, it's very critical, and this makes it very expensive for the United States either to help out militarily or in a humane way, both. So I'm hopeful that that will be understood in due course by Pakistanis.